Bad aunt. Not truly malicious. Devious sure, but malicious. Probably not. One Thanksgiving at my parents' house when my niece was 5 and I was in my 30s. We both told my mom we only want Cool Whip for dessert. Neither of us like pie all that much. Mom: okay, but only 1 spoonful. I look at my niece and say, hold on. Run to the kitchen and grab the 2 biggest spoons I can find. You all know the ones. The huge serving spoons that probably hold at least half a cup when piled high. The grins on our faces were huge. Mom kinda chuckled and filled our spoons. 20 years ago, and my niece still thinks I'm the bomb for coming up with the idea. My sister was told when she was younger that she could only go back to the buffet 3 times at a local buffet place, which was assumed to be divided by stuff I want more of, and dessert, where dessert only had teeny dessert plates. But one day, my sister used a large soup bowl instead, and piled high the desserts that ordinarily you couldn't stack on a tiny dessert plate. Well, you have to eat everything you got, they told her, thinking that she wouldn't eat it all, and then they could lecture their young daughter about gluttony. But somehow my sister managed it, but wasn't feeling very well afterwards. She still got the lecture about gluttony. Then she threw up in the car on the way home, and my parents learned a different lesson. Yeah, you kind of have to specify on that. Especially when you have the mischievous aunt dedicated to making sure the nibbling knows how to get their way while complying with the rules. We have a sliver of pie with whipped cream sides and about 4 inches high on the sides. Dot and Grandpa started it. 15, I was at one of Mom's friend's houses. He asked her if he could give me some Applejack. Mom said yes, but only 1 glass. So this dude filled up a pint glass. I think this falls under delicious compliance. Whipped cream gaw. Years ago at a Mongolian buffet place that charged by the bowl. Volleyball nationals tournament, I think. Not that it matters. Anyway, had to pay by the bowl. Starving college students. Engineering majors. Challenge accepted. Put some base, heavier ingredients into the bowl. Then took a bunch of baby corn. Arranged them around the perimeter inside the bowl. Building an Old West stockade corn fort and extending the bowl height by about 2 inches. And then filling it as high as possible. The guy actually working the grill area tipped his little paper hat and bowed to us and our level of malicious ingenuity. Cool Whip? How do you say that? https://youtube.be/pew5vkh3gw. R. Wholesome compliance. Told our daughter she was going to get a new tub of Cool Whip to herself and 5 minutes on the clock. For her 8th, 9th birthday. She was thrilled. She was slightly less thrilled when we gave it to her frozen. Rolling on the floor laughing. Wholesome and lovely. Yo dog, can I get some ice cream? Only a spoonful. You're definitely the Cool Whip aunt. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out why either of you was being limited to 1 spoonful. Let's ignore, for a moment, the fact that you were an adult who should have been allowed to make her own serving portion decisions. Everyone else is having pie plus presumably at least a spoonful of Cool Whip. If the idea was that the kid shouldn't have too much sweets dessert, then you'd think it would have at least been acceptable to balance it out with a bit more Cool Whip, to account for the pie that she wasn't eating. R. Delicious compliance. Cool Whip. Sometimes my mom would allow us kids to sample the cookie dough. My siblings would stick 1 finger in and scoop. I used 3 yummy face When she was little, my daughter loved to eat butter. Nothing but butter. My cousin took her to a restaurant where they gave you bread and butter before the main course. She said okay and we buttered a roll for her. She then proceeded to not eat the room but just lock all the butter off.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.